Gulf countries, other world. Recently, he visited to US also. He is extraordinary person and personality to know from him a lot. Maybe today he will address the conditions and situations which are very much focused for sustainable development. Over to Professor Kabaley Subramanian. I once again welcome behalf of EduFirm and ICE International for this wonderful session. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Ram, Dr. Halima, for this wonderful opportunity. I thank EduFam International and ACE International for putting up this conference and award function in Dubai. And it's a really wonderful initiative. I need to appreciate, and you have taken a very, very noble cause, which is on sustainable development. And particularly, you are trying to build leadership across the world on sustainable development. That is a very, very noble cause. So when Dr. Ram approached me to address this, and what is the kind of message I want to share from my experience, I said, how to lead change as a global academic leader in the space of sustainable development. What is the responsibility of the global academic leader? So that is close to my heart. As mentioned by Dr. Ram, I am leading the Faculty of Business Studies at Arab Open University as a dean at Oman, and Arab Open University is present in 9 different countries with 45,000 students across the world. And what is our vision? Our vision is to shape the shapers of the future. So we all worry about future. Everyone is about future. And as an academic leader, as an educational leader, the focus is on building the future of this world. When we say the future of the world, we cannot miss the development. So when you look at the global development happening, just to give an indicator, as we all know, the world is moving towards $100 trillion, GDP. The global GDP is $100 trillion. So which we have achieved over a period of many hundreds of years. And on one side, we are very happy that we are developing globally. But on the other side, we are asking a very important question whether such development is sustainable. Because when we measure the world, its development in terms of economic development, in terms of GDP, is it sustainable? That's a big question the world started asking. Particularly, the defining year is 2015. Why I say 2015? Because 2015, all the across most of the countries across the world, under the leadership, under the aegis of United Nations, they came together and made a resolution, which is the goals of the world. So as we know, every human effort is towards making this world a better place, making humans better people. So that is the objective of every human effort, I would say. And so therefore the world has come together and defined what needs to be done to make this planet Earth better. So they have given us 17 sustainable development goals, which is the fulcrum around which the whole world's development should revolve. And they also mentioned that by 2030, if we are able to achieve all the goals mentioned in that 17 sustainable development goals, the world will be a better place. But the interesting thing, as well as the worrying thing, is we are in 2024 and there are many goals where we need to focus and improve. So that is very, very important. So therefore, we are just 6 years, nearer to the to our 2030 goal, 2030, timeline. So therefore, we need to put our efforts together. So I'm trying to investigate what do you mean by the sustainable development goals, and what is the role of the academic leader globally to achieve this sustainable development goals. So when we are just looking at the sustainable development goals, the 17 goals, it's broadly categorized into economic goals, social goals, and environmental goals, right? And it's very, very important that, as mentioned by my previous speaker, Dr. Alka, it is not the governments, it is not the corporates, it is everyone's responsibility. So we need to have a shared commitment and shared vision for the humanity and the planet. So that is being described by the Sustainable Development Goals. And what is the role of higher education institutions? So let's try to look at what is exactly higher education institutions trying to do in this world. What is their role, right? So particularly to start with, one of their major purpose is to co-create knowledge. Now, why I say co-create, it is not just created in the labs and classrooms of the universities, it is co-created with the society. So therefore, one of the very important thing higher education institutions need to do is to closely collaborate with the stakeholders of the world. Who are the stakeholders? The industries, the government, the society around, and the future, the youth of this world. So they need to collaborate with everyone around and then co-create knowledge. And then what they do is primarily, most of the universities, they focus on research to solve the world's problem. And the world has got number of problems, and these number of problems are captured in these 17 sustainable goals. So one of the very important thing as academic leader, every one of us, we need to do is how to participate in this achieving the 17 sustainable development goals through research, because one of the primary objective of any university is to do research and solve problems. So these 17 sustainable development goals throws number of problems. So as an academic, we need to focus our research towards solving these problems. And then third very important thing is innovate. Research is one thing. For example, you make a research, fundamental research or basic research, you come out with some insights. But that is not enough. That has to be translated into something which is useful for the society. So that is what we call it as innovation. So you need to do some translational research and to convert whatever knowledge insight you derived using your research and convert into products, services which are really useful to the society. So therefore, that is the primary role of an academic leader. And finally, and very importantly, we have the mandate of developing the future leaders of this world. So therefore, we need to closely work with our students and make them as responsible leaders. Of course, we are producing leaders, but now the call is for responsible leaders, those who are responsible for the future sustainability of this world. So therefore, these are the major objectives. So to be specific, now can we put up a plan? Can we put up some pointers for this higher education academics and educational leaders? Yes. So let me just quickly run through some of the suggestions by the experts, as well as based on my research, what I found, I want to share with you to make this world a better place in terms of sustainable development. The first and foremost thing as an academic leader you can contribute is create awareness. For example, why I am here, just to share my thoughts with the world across. It is to create awareness about the burning issues of the world. And one of the very important issues of the world is sustainability of this world, right? So therefore, creating awareness, raising awareness about the sustainable development goals is one of the primary responsibility of a global academic leader. Number two is, can we map what are all the university activities, what are all happening in the universities and higher education institutions and school institutions at different levels of educational institutions, what are all the activities happening? Can we map those activities towards sustainable development goals? So that is the second very important thing. And third very important thing is trying to integrate the sustainable development goal as part of the university's strategy, future strategy. Because when we just look at around the world, every university is talking about sustainable development goals, how to bring, how to add value, how to contribute to sustainable development goals. We have number of examples, right? So therefore, integrating sustainable development goals into our future strategy of the institutions. And very, very importantly, that is what I think EduFam and ACE they are doing, particularly celebrating the champions of SDG. That is what this award function is all about, I believe. So I wish all the very best for EduFam. So support champions of SDGs. We need to celebrate, people around us who are making a tangible contribution to sustainable development goals. And very importantly, as I mentioned at the beginning, the fifth very important step as an academic leader we can do is collaborate with industry, because industry, they want to grow, they want to develop. At the same time, they are also impacting the environment economically, socially, and environmentally. So therefore we can collaborate with them, so we can help them to grow more sustainably. So that is the next important thing. Then one very important thing, as I said, is creating curiosity among our future. That is what Dr. Alka was just suggesting, talking to students, making them aware, and also making them curious about these sustainable development goals and so on and so forth. And we know that when you look at sustainable development goals, 17 goals, it starts with poverty and ends with partnership. So therefore it is the responsibility of an academic leader to forge partnerships, because we have the ability to forge partnerships across the world. Now today we are connected across the world. It is because of this ability to partnership. For example, I partnered with Dr. Halima, I partnered with Dr. Ram in the past. So it brought in a lot of new perspectives and new ideas. So therefore, such kind of partnerships is possible through academic collaboration. So academic universities are in the prime position to explore these kind of partnerships and bring those kind of partnerships. And finally, very important responsibility of an academic leader is to bridge the global and local efforts in the sustainable development. For example, I am in Oman, and Dr. Halima is in Dubai, and Dr. Ram is in Singapore. How to bridge this local, what is happening locally in each countries, and how to bridge with global initiatives. So that is what an academic leader should always think of. So by doing all these, by taking all these measures as an academic leader, global academic leader, I think we can make an enormous impact on the future of this world and the prosperity of this world and development of this world. And this is what I think EduFam and ACE is up to, and taking a lot of initiative by putting up a very interesting conference where they are going to invite a number of people, and we would like to eagerly wait for that conference to have different perspectives. As Dr. Halima said, I think they are going to bring people from various countries, 15, 20 countries. So it's going to be a very, very important conference where we can learn and we can share with fellow conference participants. And also that celebration, that award is very, very important, because we know that humans need recognition, humans need humans need motivation. So such award functions are very, very important to celebrate, so that it can motivate not only that person but also motivate people around him and people around the world to do better work. So by suggesting all these things, I wish all the very best to the conference and all the participants of the conference and the people here patiently listening. I wish you all the very best, and let us all put our hands together in making this world a more sustainable world. And final thought is, now today humans are trying to explore or capture beyond the planet Earth. So they are eyeing at Mars, eyeing at Moon. So the next important milestone of human development will be the space. Of course, one of the thing we need to keep in mind is we have to preserve our planet Earth, Mother Earth. That's very, very important. That is what sustainability is all about. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Over to Dr. Ram.
Thank you very much. It was really very informative and very practical. And of course, we all have to work together, because it's not the responsibility of a single person or a job of a single person. It requires combined efforts, joining hands. Then only we can achieve those goals that is essential for the sustainability of the future generations. Thank you, Dr. Kabaley, for joining us from Oman, I believe so.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Muscat, Oman. Yes.
Okay, Muscat, Oman. Thank you very much.